Hi, I'm Valerie Engelhardt, and in this video, I am going to be testing this new color I got. It was recommended to me in the comments of a previous video I did, and it is Holbein Watercolor Peach Black. So I could just swatch this paint, but I want to know how it behaves with things like granulation fluid, salt. I even have some cling film over here, so I thought maybe a fun way to test the capabilities of this color would be to just grab a piece of paper and cover it. Try all these little things and see how it dries. So I've got my Academy watercolor paper pad. This is cold press. It's about 10 by 7. And I'm just going to go straight from the tube. I'm going to open it up. And I'm just going to put it right directly on the paper. A little healthy amount right there. Got my size 10 brush. And I'm just going to go right in. It is a lovely, deep, dark color. So I'm going to put it at an angle, encourage the water to flow, or the paint to flow, and the water. It is watercolor. I'm going to grab one of my little, I don't know what that's called, but it lets me keep my paper at an angle. So the idea with this is it's supposed to separate and get like a little bit of a peachy color in the black. So maybe that's something we'll see more as it dries. And bringing it all the way, all four corners are going to be painted. So I want to see how this looks with lots of water running through it, its darkest value to its lightest value. Now let's see. Let's add some salt, see what happens. And I'll add that salt. How about up here? I want to get it into some of this thicker area too, because I want to see how it behaves on the different thicknesses of the pigment. For good measure, this is all just water so far. Let's go in with a little bit of granulation medium, just straight in there. Put a little bit here too. Angle it a little more this way. And I've got quite a puddle down here at the end, and while I sometimes like to keep those to see how I get a cauliflower, this is a little too much, so I'm going to pick that up. Okay, maybe a little more granulation fluid up at the top, break this area up. And I can just tilt my paper, let that water flow. Get my hands dirty. It's all part of art. And last, let's go ahead and add some cling film just to see what sort of patterns this creates. We'll just do it here. Try to do it in a bit of a curve. And while that paper is wet, I can readjust this as much as I feel like I need to. Let's see how that looks when it dries.
All right, it looks like it's dried. Let's go ahead and take off the cling film. Now, any additional colors that you see here, like this green, is because I use dirty cling film. I reuse it and I don't bother to wash it. But let's take a look. I love the patterns that I got. And it does have really pretty salt effects. I definitely left too much pigment right here. I thought I'd spread it out really nicely, but I definitely left just neat pigment right there, straight from the tube. And if I look a little closer, I can see some really cool patterns happening here, but I don't really see anything that I would call peach. So it's a nice black. It's definitely got potential. I don't really know what I'll use it for yet, but I do have a workshop that I'm going to be participating in February. And by participating, I mean I'm going to be watching it and then implementing it afterwards. And maybe I can use this black. And who knows, maybe this just isn't the paper where it shines. Maybe it does better on hot press paper. So anytime that you have a new tube of paint and you want to try it out, I understand maybe some hesitation with using up a whole piece of paper, but I don't see why not, because I can still go and paint on top of this and have some sort of finished work of art, or at least a study by the end. So I hope this helps. Definitely give it a go yourself. And if there's anything you want to see, let me know in the comments. Happy painting! Bye!